PSL contest. It is a competition between friendly rivals who have practiced long and hard to improve their skills. Please give these student athletes your positive encouragement and respect the judgment of the game officials. All spectators, athletes, and coaches will hold an attitude of good sportsmanship. The BCSL is committed to fair play, graciousness towards an opponent, and a genuine concern and respect for others. Let the players play, the coaches coach, the officials officiate, and the spectators be positive. Spectators must practice social distancing and are required to wear face coverings. Anyone booing, taunting, or intimidating the athletes or officials is exhibiting unsportsmanlike behavior that is unacceptable. You'll be escorted from the premise as per the New Jersey State Athletic Code of Conduct. Food and beverage is not permitted in the gymnasium, and smoking is prohibited on school property. Now welcome everyone to the Riverside High School Palmyra Fieldhouse for this contest between the Palmyra Panthers and your Riverside Rams. Will everyone please rise for the national anthem. Now the starting lineup for the Panthers. Number 10, Cadence Anderson. Number 15, Lauren Gilmore. Number 11, Julia Delasanti. Number 5, Elizabeth Shower. And number 13, Olivia Malicki. Palmyra is coached by Sean Brady and Ken Miller. And now the Riverside Rams starting lineup. Number 23, Skylar Moore. Number 5, Megan Schmidt. Number 3, Annie McGargle. Number 10, Grace Laruzza. Number 44, Riley Stark. The Rams are coached by Scott Atkinson, Brittany Ashton, and Grace Ivanicki. Remember, all fans understand the bleachers during the contest and display good sportsmanship at all times. Thank you and enjoy the game.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Riverside High School versus Palmyra Panthers girls varsity basketball game. So Palmyra is going to start with the basketball. Palmyra moving the ball right now around the perimeter. Riverside's making it a little bit difficult for them to get inside. A shot from the three is no good. Rebound by Riverside's Riley Stark. And Riverside will start off with a jumper from the top of the key. That's no good. Ball in the hands of Felicki. She drives past Riverside defense, but doesn't get the finish on the layup. And we have a foul. We have a foul on 10 Palmyra, Carlene Anderson. That's her first, team's first. Stark with the ball at the top. And she's trying to sew the ball through two defenders, and that doesn't work. Gilmore with the steal. And a pass into number 5, Shover, and Palmyra, the first team to get on the board in this game. Ball is Riverside's possession. And it is out of bounds, and it will be Palmyra basketball going down. And a three from the top from Gilmore is good. Palmyra now with a 5-0 lead. And a steal from Felicki gives them the ball right back. She's racing the ball up the floor. Another 3 attempt. No good, but Riverside unable to come up with the rebound. And the ball is underneath. Gilmore fighting for that putback, but is unsuccessful. Stark with the rebound and an outlet to Warren. And the ball is inside to Megan Schmidt, who doesn't get it. And McGargle also doesn't finish the rebound putback. Ball back in the Panthers' hands. Shot from 3, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Riverside basketball. Palmyra with some really aggressive defense, and they are called for the foul. That one will be on number 13, Olivia Felicki. That is her first, team's second. Stark with a pass to McGargle, still no good. Riverside still working to get some points on the board, but Palmyra playing some very tough defense on the team. And we'll have a push in the back. So that foul will be on number 15, Lauren Gilmore. That's her first, team third. Riverside subs. Megan Schmidt comes out the game, and Ali Mudrinic enters. Palmyra with another steal. The difference right now in the game is Palmyra is constantly on the attack, while Riverside is playing slightly more defensively, which is giving Palmyra the advantage. Ball thrown away. Riverside on the break to Madrinich, but a block from Shover. Gotta know to pump fake that one. Nice pass from Felicki inside, but the layup is missed. Stark recovers the rebound. And the ball is stolen by Anderson for an easy lay-in. Palmyra still with the lead, 7-0. Riverside yet to get any points in this first quarter. And a pass halfway across the court to McGargle from Stark is good, so Riverside gets its first 2 points. Palmyra still with the 5-point lead. And the ball is up and it's good, so Palmyra answers back right away with a shot from Gilmore. It is now 9-2. Skylar able to go through the defense and misses the layup, but starts with the rebound, and she puts it in to get 2 points. They've got to stop Felicki from being able to drive from the top of the key. That is a dangerous space for her to get into. Like I said, right now, Palmyra playing more aggressive than Riverside as far as trying to push the ball up the floor and get points. Felicki tries to get a pass underneath the basket to Gilmore, but it goes out of bounds, so it will be Riverside ball going down. And we have a sub in for Delasanti. Number 22, Chloe King, enters the game for Palmyra. A nice little high-low pass inside. The shot attempt is no good. Palmyra pushing the ball up the floor. Shot from Felicki is up and it's no good, but King with the rebound. So Palmyra get another attempt. To Shover, who nice little pump fake, gets the ball on her left side and finishes for 2 points. Palmyra now up 7 against Riverside. A nice pass from Warren to Madrinich, but the ball is stolen. Riverside has been struggling all season with their unforced errors and turnovers. Sometimes it hurts them a lot, especially early on in the game. So a drive from Gilmore, and she is fouled by number 4, Joelle McElroy. That is her second, team second. First shot attempt is good. And the second one misses. Riverside hustles and pulls down the board. McElroy to Galuzza, who hands it off to Madrinich, and a pass into Stark, who's going to go for her hook shot. No good. And Palmyra now racing up the floor. A headband down. And a nice little jumper from Shover is no good. And we'll get a foul on the rebound. Looks like number 22, King. That'll be her first, the team's fourth. Madrinich will sub out and McGargle is back in. We have 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. McElroy trying to get the ball up the court against this defense by Felicki. Felicki not relenting under pressure. She gets the ball to Galuzzo. The shot is no good. Palmyra with the rebound. A nice little pass. Shot is no good. King with the rebound, no good. And then Shover finally with the rebound. And she gets to put back. Palmyra now with a 10-point lead with 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Riverside pushing up the floor under pressure from Palmyra. We have another foul on Palmyra. This time it is on Felicki, and that is her second, team's fifth. Ball into Schmidt. She's going for the shot attempt. It is no good. Rebound by Anderson. She hits Delasanti, and that is an easy fast break basket. Riverside really has to start working to get back on defense in order to stop this fast play by Palmyra and force them into a half-court offense. Gotta get back on D. Felicki with the three, no good, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Riverside 4, Palmyra 14. And we have a treat. Our cheerleaders are in the house for senior day. So it'll be Riverside ball on the inbound. And they are forcing that ball out of Stark's hands, not even giving her a chance to touch it. And anyone who plays Riverside knows a lot of the offense really flows through Stark, so they've got to do a bit better job of either getting her open or pulling that defense away from her so she can get the basketball and add to that offensive scoring. Stark with the rebound, but the putback is no good. Use the backboard, buddy. Please. And a pass into King. She's underneath the basket, so she doesn't have a good look at the rim. She brings the ball back out to Felicki, and they will reset the offense. Felicki, easy drive in, but she doesn't get the layup. Angles are everything. However, back with the ball on the steal, and she misses a layup again. After 3 attempts, still no good. Palmyra is still fighting. And now Gilmore with the ball, and she goes up, and this time she's fouled. And that's always the trouble when you give up multiple attempts in 1 or 2 possessions. Eventually that foul will come, so you have to make sure you secure the basketball and get it up the court. Gilmore first attempt, and it is good. Second attempt. And it is also good. So now Palmyra with a commanding 14-point lead in the second quarter and another steal. And this time Faliki finally gets her layup to go. So that's also very dangerous. You know, once they get started, it's hard to get them to stop. She found a sweet spot on that backboard for herself. 3 by Warren, and it hits off the backboard and goes in. So Riverside now with 7. Palmyra still the commanding lead, 20-7 at 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Palmyra working the ball around the perimeter. And the ball will come off of Faliki, and it will be a backcourt violation for Palmyra. Stark with the ball inside. She's able to get the basket and the foul, so we have an and 1 for Stark. Stark misses the free throw. However, Palmyra unable to come up with the rebound. And the refs are going to have a chat about that one. And it will still be White's basketball. Ball is thrown. So it's not really a backcourt violation, but okay, never mind. Usually you're allowed to throw the ball backcourt on the inbound, but I'm guessing because she touched it first, it didn't count as it would have been tipped in her possession and then grabbed in the backcourt. So Palmyra with the ball, Shover making a move, no good. Stark with the rebound, she's pushing the ball up the court, but hands it off to Warren. Nice little dribble move by Warren to get by her defender. Stark with the basketball now, trying to make a move, and she is called for the travel. Again, if you notice, Palmyra's not really letting her go anywhere near that basket. That looked like a triple team. She's got to be able to see that and find her open players. Shover with the kick to Gilmore, over to Faliki, who's going to use her speed to push past the defense and then kick it to Gilmore. Misses. Shover and Stark fighting for the board. Who's it going to be out on? And it'll be out on Riverside, so it'll be Palmyra basketball. Ball at the top of the key. And we have a jump ball, and it's going to be Palmyra basketball still. A nice little pass in, and Shover makes an easy basket, 22-9. 4 minutes left. in this half. Guys, please stay with us during halftime. We're going to have a little senior day presentation for our 3 seniors here at Riverside. Fast break attempt, no good. Stark with the ball trying to dribble, and they punch it loose. And she gets a block and kind of knocks Felicki, off the court. But Felicki, recovering, a tough young lady, recovers and is able to pick up the steal. So she now has the ball at the top of the key. Doesn't seem like the type of player you really want to make mad. Palmyra, a missed shot attempt, and Riverside with the basketball. It is 9-22. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. McElroy trying to get past our defender, and we have another foul on Delasanti. And that is her second, team's 8th. So Riverside will go to the line shooting 1-1. Mudrinich back in for McGargle. A lot of things going on, guys. Trying to keep up. And shot is no good. Riverside has been struggling from the free throw line all season. So, free throws. Gotta make them things. Felicki driving into the paint, finds Anderson at the top of the key. The shot is no good. Palmyra attempts to save it, but it doesn't work, and it will now be Riverside basketball going down. Another steal from Palmyra. Gilmore, an easy fast break layup for the Panthers. And Warren gets the basketball. She shoots, and she is fouled on the play. So she will go to the line to shoot, and I think Riverside right now is 0-2. Maybe they made a couple free throws, but I can't remember now. I don't have any stats, guys. Sorry, I'm just making it up. First shot is no good. Only shot is no good. And the ball is knocked out by Riverside, and it will be Palmyra basketball. Palmyra with a 13-point lead. We have about 2 minutes left. Anderson trying to work past her defender. She kicks it to Shover, who misses. Riverside with the rebound. Shot from Dorita. The 3 is good. Riverside now only down 10. Shover at the ball at the top of the key. Pass over to King. Over to Gilmore, who has the ball at the top of the key. And King will get a travel call on her. So it'll be Riverside ball. Minute 15 left in the first half. Mudrinich with the basketball. She finds a way to get the ball into Stark, who turns into the 3 players again. And Palmyra there to scoop up that basketball. And look at the speed on Felicki. She finishes that layup easily. 26-14. Palmyra. And that one was thrown right into King's hands. And she's over to Felicki, who takes 2 steps into that layup and Palmyra back up 14. Trinich again trying to pass the ball on the start. No good. And Filicki misses, but at this point only Palmyra players are rushing back to get on the board. So, there was 2 Palmyra players in rebounding position and no Riverside players. With a timeout by Riverside. Riverside right now struggling just to come up with that energy to match what Palmyra is putting out. Palmyra just on the break, and guys, if you've been watching some of these games before, I said, man, fast break is the easiest way to win a basketball game. You can control the break, you can control the game, and until you are able to stop that fast break, Riverside, it's going to be a struggle to get back into this game. And a shot is short by Trinich, and Riverside ties the ball up on the rebound. So it'll be Riverside basketball. 2-1, and Trinich will take a shot, and it'll be no good. And that is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay tuned. We got the senior day for both our basketball players and our cheerleaders.
Senior parents, please go to the entrance to the gym.
As the senior parents are coming down to the baseline, we want to take a minute and recognize the seniors for Palmyra. First, their manager, Ella Cannoli. Where are you at, Ella? Hi. Congratulations. Did I embarrass you now? Number 22, Chloe King. Where are you at, Chloe? That's good, just wait. You're on teammate. Julian Delasanti.
Acknowledging Palmyra's seniors. Very strong bunch.
On behalf of the entire town of Riverside, we're glad to see you graduate. Good luck.
Last year they won 27 games together, came back this year, and despite the short abbreviated season, they've been enjoying a good amount of success.
Come on out, Taylor. Wait, what? All right, so I'll get in their meetings and then we'll let them have the microphone. So it's Taylor and Sam Brinson, our other senior cheerleader. Hey, Taylor, you go. All right, we have our couple of thank yous from the girls basketball team, so we have some flowers here. We would like to thank Coach Ashton, Alex, Coach Van Deen, Mrs. Milch, and last but not least, our super mom, Mrs. McElroy. She's over there, man. Thank you, man. Mrs. McElroy helped with all the senior night stuff. Mrs. Milch is the picture taker extraordinaire and team mom. Coach Van Dee, our trainer, of course. And last but not least, Coach Ashton. Now our seniors. First, Grace Capuzzo. Yeah, Grace. Our next senior, Annie McGarver. And last but not least, Riley Stark. As they're making their way out to the picture, this group of players, though small, has played together since 6th grade. They played JKMBA together. They played summer league together. They played high school ball together. And like most of the students here at Riverside, they did everything else together too. I'm going to remember this group for the many positive things that we've dealt with over the last 2 years. We'll forget all the negative stuff. A lot of smiles, a lot of cheers. What a great group. To our 2 senior cheerleaders, thank you very much. It was great to see you back in the gym today. To our 3 senior basketball players, good luck. We love you. Enjoy it. Mrs. Milch, are all yours. As Mrs. Milch is finishing up, we have a set of flowers which we saved to the end for Mrs. Stark, our bookkeeper for the last however many years, who has finally finished her term and will be moving on next year. Lynn, thank you very much.
All right, everyone, just a recap of that first half. We have a score of 30-14 in favor of Palmyra. Palmyra taking a commanding lead, basically controlling the boards, controlling the fast break, really forcing Riverside to look outside for points and keeping the ball out of Stark's hands. Palmyra missing one of their starters, Sophia Wilburn. So even down one player that usually contributes a lot to the team, they still come out a very, very strong team. Riverside, to turn this around, have to do a couple of things. They've really got to get back on defense. That's first and foremost. And you have to remember that on the offensive board, you're only ever really sending 3 players. You're never sending the entire team offensively. My point guard or my shooting guard, whichever one is closest to that top of the key, should be sprinting back on defense after a shot goes up automatically. And you've got to slow the basketball down. I know that Palmyra has some fast athletes, but you can't allow so many fast break points. Another thing that they're really going to have to do is really look to keep the ball outside of the paint and rebound. With Shover in there, able to hit that like nice little bunny from anywhere inside the paint. And when King comes in the game, she's a monster on the boards. You have to really box out and stop them from getting second chance, third chance, fourth chance points. Lastly, Riverside has got to show up offensively, and that's something that they've struggled with, all season. Usually, it takes them about 2 quarters to get their offense going, and you don't want to come on way too late and find yourself trying to fight from behind, which is what we're going to be seeing in the second half. Palmyra with aggressive play. They were caught up in foul trouble in the first half, so they had 9 fouls to Riverside's 3. And it's always nice to see really aggressive basketball and players attacking the ball no matter what, attacking the rim no matter what. But you also don't want to put a team on the foul line and give them the opportunity to, come back because you're putting them on the line. So, especially towards the end of the game, if it's a close game, you want to save those fouls so that every time you foul, you're not sending them to the line to shoot. So Palmyra will look to kind of stay a little bit under control when it comes to fouling. But other than that, they're doing a decent job of keeping Riverside, outside of their comfort zone. So we're really looking at Riverside to see what adjustments they're going to make in the second half in order to get back into this game and make it competitive. We've got about 2 minutes left to the start of the second half. Refs are back in the gym, and we got parents out here now because the state has allowed people to come in. Nice little crowd, not too many people, but just enough. I know you all are looking forward to the day where we can just pack out the gyms. Get a good amount of people in there watching these basketball games and supporting the youth. Hopefully soon. But until then, you got me out here on this microphone talking to you guys about basketball. So it's a lot of fun. Enjoy it. We're down to a minute. Both teams are going to go over to their side and talk strategy for the second half. And we're going to see what Riverside is going to come back with to get themselves back in this game. And actually, they're down 16, but in basketball, that's 8 possessions, maybe less if you're hitting threes. So you can never take your foot off the gas if you're ahead by 16. So we'll see what Palmyra comes up with in this second half to kind of push the lead, and what Riverside will come up with to try and stop them. You guys are excited. Here we go. That's the buzzer. Alrighty, so we got the same starting 5 from Palmyra, but Riverside switched it up. I see Michelle Salison and Sam Shedeker both starting in the second half with our 3 seniors, Grace Galuzza, Annie McGargle, and Riley Stark. Starting for Palmyra is Olivia Felicki, Lauren Gilmore, Carlene Anderson, Julia Delasante, and Elizabeth Shover. Palmyra starting with the basketball. And first shot is no good, but Anderson with the rebound and she misses. Galuta with the board and she's pushing the ball up the floor. Looks like Palmyra's dropping back just a little bit. Maybe I was wrong. And a nice little pass over to McGargle from Stark, and McGargle puts the shot up and is fouled right away by Shover. That'll be Shover's first foul, the team's first of the half. McGargle on the line. No good for the first shot. It kind of bounces in and out. Second one hits the front of the rim. It's no good. Anderson with the rebound and a kick to Felicki, and Felicki finishes right away. So once again, Palmyra the first team to get on the board in this half. And again, not taking that foot off the gas is a very important thing. So McGargle will throw the ball into Shedeker. She will shoot, and the three is good. So Riverside answering back earlier this time. Last time it took them about 2-3 minutes to get on the board. Felicki over to Gilmore. Gilmore misses. Stark with the rebound. She's looking to push the ball up the floor now into Galuta's hands. Galusa over to Salas. Salas to Shedeker. Shedeker again for another three. This time it is no good, and it will be out on Riverside and Palmyra basketball. 17-32. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Felicki looking to drive in the paint, and she gets just enough space to hand the ball right off to Shover, who finishes. Looks like she broke a nail on the play. Madrinich with the ball on the outside. She finds McElroy. Sorry, we had some subs come in. So we have now McElroy, Schmidt, and Madrinich in for McGargle, Shedeker, and Salas. McElroy with a shot from the baseline, and it is good. So 19-34. Palmyra is still with the lead. Delasante passes it out to Gilmore, who misses. Stark comes up with the board, and she pushes the ball to McElroy, who picks it up to Schmidt, and we have a push in the back on Anderson. So that's Anderson's third foul, team's second. And a nice shot from Stark, so it looks like Riverside is starting to heat up just a little bit out here. Bring the game within 13. Ball at the top of the key with Shover. Riverside really looking to keep Palmyra out of that paint. Shover trying to dribble by Stark and is unable to. Trying to decide, refs trying to decide whose ball it is again. And it will be Riverside ball. I'm not sure. I guess maybe New Jersey should volley for 3 refs on the court. Ball is dumped into Stark. She's got to learn to turn over that left shoulder, but she's still, right shoulder, sorry, but she finishes turning over that left shoulder, finding that little hook shot into the paint, 23-34. Riverside down 11. Shover kicks out to Delasante, who one dribble pull-up is no good. Warren with the rebound. And she kicks it to Madrinich, who throws it right into Stark. Stark unable to finish on that play. Would have been nice. Olivia Spilicki running down the court and pulling up in transition, but it's no good. And we have a jump ball, and it's going to be Riverside basketball. Riverside doing a good job of getting into this game. Subs back in, we have Galuzza and McGargle in for Schmidt and McElroy. We have King in. Stark misses, but McGargle with the board. She doesn't get it. Stark again with the board, and this time she finishes. So now Riverside cutting that lead down to 9. And an unforced error from Palicki results in a turnover. Palmyra will call the timeout as Riverside forces their way back into this game. So we now have a 9-point game, 25-34, with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Riverside will inbound the ball over to Madrinich, who quickly passes it into Stark, and Stark finds the backboard and the basket again, down 7. Come on, Jake, come on. Delasanti with the drive, no good. Stark comes up with the board. I don't know who turned Stark on in the second half and flipped that switch, but she is playing right now. Palicki with a steal to cut into this run that Riverside is on. She finishes with the left hand to push the lead back to 9. Stark gets a pass, but is unable to come up with it. King ties it up and comes up with the jump ball for Palmyra. And Palicki into Shover to Delasanti. She pulls up for a little jumper, no good, but Shover comes up with the board and the putback. Back up 11. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Stark pushing her way through, and that shot is no good. She's going to really have to start using them legs to get closer to the rim instead of away. Palicki on the fast break runs all the way to the basket, tries to go up, and is fouled by Warren. That'll be her first, team's second of the half. Or sorry, team's first of the half. Palicki shoots. First one is no good. I'm going to have to put on a free throw shooting clinic because you can't be seeing all these misses from the free throw line. Palicki for the second, no good. Riverside with the rebound. I'll need those free throws, man. You don't know. At the end of the game, that could be the difference. That could be the tiebreaker. Stark goes to shoot and is blocked. But maintains possession. Now she's fighting off Palmyra players. Warren with a shot. She hits the 2. 29-38. 2 minutes left to go in the third. We got ourselves a little basketball game, y'all. Shover from the free throw line. That's an easy shot. She makes it. Palmyra making sure that Riverside doesn't have an easy way back into this game. Start with the ball on the ground. She tries a high-low to McGargle. That's a tough pass with McGargle being a little bit smaller than her defender. You're trying to throw it up over the defender and into McGargle's hands. Really, it should be the other way around. McGargle passing it down to Stark. Gilmer with the ball at the top, into Silver. Riverside really clogging that paint up on defense. And the pass was out of bounds for Falicki, and Riverside will sub everyone except Madrinich out and then call timeout. So a complete change of personnel for Riverside except for one person. Yeah, 30-second timeout for Riverside. Back in, and the ref blew the whistle again, and so it confused everybody, including myself. But ball is in. Riverside on the fast break, and they finish. So 31-40. Riverside really pushing to get back into this game. And a deflected pass by Schmidt, and it'll still be Palmyra basketball. Told y'all it takes Riverside about 2 quarters to get ready. An easy, what a nice inbound play for Palmyra. An easy 2 for Shover from Falicki. Shedeker with the ball. Kicks it over to Madrinich. And another foul call on Falicki. I believe that's her third. I was right. Her third, team's third. Can't fault the kids for being aggressive. Styles with the ball on the 3. She's tied up. Gilmore putting pressure, and Salas dribbles the ball out of bounds, and it will be Palmyra basketball. Riverside really needs some stops in order to get themselves back to a point where they can compete for this win. A 3 from Delasanti is no good. Salas picks up the ball, and once again she is forced towards the sideline. The ball is deflected out of bounds, and it will be Riverside basketball. Schmidt with the basketball in her hand. She goes up for a layup, and it is good. Right up against Shover. You gotta cut that block off. Falicki, not even skipping a beat, kicks the ball over and is able to get the ball into King's hands for an easy 2. It looks like she stole that out of Shover's hands, but who knows? Doesn't matter. Ball goes in. Riverside 33, Palmyra 44 at the end of the 3rd quarter. And here are Riverside cheerleaders doing their thing. Great job to the cheerleaders. We're back at it for our 4th quarter. the ball in the first possession is thrown out of bounds by Warren. Looks like she was trying to throw it to Stark, thinking she was moving towards that outside, but she wasn't. So Palmyra will get the basketball. And Felicki goes up for the layup, and she is fouled. Tough kid. A little relentless with driving into that paint, but any good point guard is always looking to get them 2 feet in the paint, pull defense away from their post players or their other teammates, and kick the ball out. So another missed free throw for Felicki. And a second missed free throw. So Felicki looks like she's 0-4 from the free throw line today. You gotta make those. And the same play, it looks like, Felicki to Shover, and Shover will score the basket, putting them back up 13 against Riverside. Warren looking to try and get the ball past Felicki. Felicki playing that tight defense, but she's able to get to the rim and up and over Shover for the finish. Felicki driving to the right side of the basket. Gilmer free, and she finds the bottom of the net on that play. So you don't want to get into a situation where you're just trading baskets. Riverside has got to get stops. And we have a timeout for Riverside after struggling to get the ball inbounds. While I have you guys here, I have to give a shout out to my landlord, my sister, and overseer. She is graduating. Her graduation is today for her master's degree from Western Governors University. So congratulations to her, a Riverside alum. And we will be celebrating that later on today. Back at it. 7 minutes to go in this game. Palmyra, who's had a consistent lead of about 10 points or more for the entire game. Riverside still fighting to get back, but right now, currently they're trading baskets, so hopefully Riverside will get some stops and get themselves in a position to take the lead. But Palmyra doesn't seem to be letting them get that in any kind of easy manner. Felicki tying up the basketball on the side. Ball gets into McGargle. Stark, but she misses the shot, and off to the races with the ball in Felicki's hands. She finds Delasanti, who puts the ball in with that right hand on the left side. Even though the angle was tough, she was able to get the finish. 50-35, Palmyra. Ball back into Stark, who tries to go in for the layup, and they call a foul on Palmyra's 22. So we have a foul on King. That is her second, team's fourth. And Anderson comes in for Delasanti. Riverside on the inbound. Drinich with the shot, and it's short. Shover goes to put the basketball on the ground, and she's fouled by Stark. Are they going to work this play again? It Doesn't work this time. Get the ball into Anderson. To Felicki. Right now, Palmyra really just has to keep the ball moving with the clock. But Shover is stripped of the basketball by Nutrinich, and McElroy takes the ball down the court. She doesn't get the made basket, so the ball is tipped out of bounds by Riverside, and it will be Palmyra basketball. It's 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Palmyra just moving the ball around the perimeter with a 15-point lead. And Mudrinich gets a tip on the ball defensively. It'll still be Palmyra basketball. My dad always says in basketball, whatever team usually gets 60 first in these kind of games has an opportunity to win. So you want to be that first team in a race to get 60 points. Palmyra doing a great job of holding Riverside. Ooh, she gotta stop swinging like that. Shover misses the short jumper, and we got Mudrinich with the shot, and that is long. Palmyra back with the rebound. Anderson pushing the ball up the floor, and Felicki with the easy drive past her player, and she scores the layup. Warren dribbling the ball up the floor, kick into Stark, and Stark with a nice little lay-in over Shover. Not much that you can do with that little fadeaway layup. Works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. She got it that time. Ball into Shover. Back out. Anderson with it to King. Back in the Shover, they're really utilizing that high post. And Riverside seemed to know what Felicki wanted to do and was able to get a hand on it. Delasanti back in for King, and we have Galuzza and McGargle back in for Warren and Schmidt. Ball in the hands of Gilmer, who kicks it to Anderson. Anderson pulls up, no good. Rebound for Stark. And a pass to Mudrinich goes right through her fingertips, and it goes out of bounds. Mudrinich was able to get a hand in the face of Delasanti, who shoots the ball over the basket, and the ball will be out on Palmyra, and it'll be Riverside basketball. 3 minutes left in the game. And the ball being pushed down the floor. Stark called for the foul, I believe. Yep. Stark called for the foul on Shover. So that'll be her first, team's fourth. Ooh, Shover misses the first. I'm telling you guys. Take anything away from this basketball game, it is that free throws are everything. It doesn't matter what the score is. You never know when them things are going to come in handy. Misses the second. Definitely going to have to put a free throw clinic on in the summertime, because we cannot have this. And Galuzza throws the ball out of bounds in an attempt to pass to McGargle. Turnovers is really hurting Riverside right now. They need those. They need those. Ball in Faluki's hands. She finds Shover wide open in the middle of the paint. Didn't I tell y'all that she could hit that middle of the paint jumper? So you're just going to leave her open. And she nails it. 54-37. Ball back in the Stark hands. And she's pushing to go right. And she is fouled by Shover. So they're just fouling each other out here. Shover with her second, team's fifth. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Stark makes the first, 38-54. And she misses the second. Smitrinic fighting for that board against 3 Palmyra players, and she doesn't come up with it. Delasanti for the 3, no good. Shover with the rebound, back to Anderson, out to Faliki, who will set up the offense. And Faliki will throw the ball out of bounds. And we have 3 subs in for Riverside. For our 3 seniors, Stark, Galuzza, and McGargle. In comes Warren, Shedeker, and McElroy. Minute and 40 seconds left to go in the game. Shover pulls off that steal off of a tip, and Anderson will go in for a layup and get the bucket and the and one. I really like Anderson's shoes. I'm gonna have to ask somebody where she got them. And Anderson finishes her free throw. Palmyra up 19 with 1 minute and 30 to go. Ball into Schmidt. Schmidt finds Warren underneath the basket, but she pulls it back out. And the pass is trying to get to Shedeker, but Gilmore comes right in through it and runs down that court on a fast break, and she finishes for 2. So now a 21-point lead with 1 minute to go in the game, and it looks like Palmyra's going to take. Somebody got smacked. I don't know who. I don't know if the refs. We have a number 11, so we have a foul on Delasanti. I don't know who she smacked, but she got somebody by accident. And that's her third. Team 6th. Ball into Warren, and then the ref stops the game. We don't know. Okay. So it was just a sub. I don't know what happened. Sorry, I can't explain it to you. The mind of a ref. So I think we have a timeout now. Got about a minute left in this game. Palmyra up 21. foul is on number 10, Anderson. That is her 4th foul. Team 7th. And Warren makes the first. We have another sub in. Kaylee Shaw, number 1 for Palmyra, for Anderson. Schmidt gets the rebound off the free throw, misses the first attempt, gets another rebound, and then is able to connect for 2. And Lutrinich is able to get in that passing lane for the steal. 30 seconds left in the game. Riverside trying to get one more basket. Finds Schmidt wide open underneath, and she finishes. So 43-59. And Palmyra just trying to hold out for the clock. 15 seconds left. And Riverside with the steal. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Warren for a 3, no good, and Palmyra will win the game 43-59. We'll be back next week for some more basketball at Riverside. Let me just check the schedule for you all. So we'll be back Wednesday with boys versus Maple Shade here at Riverside High School. So thank you all for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you.